Hi everyone, welcome back to the Knox recipe vlog where I share secret recipes with you, they're not even secret, what am I saying, that will make your kids more diverse eaters so that all of the other parents around you are jealous. Today we're just going to do 2 easy dips. These are recipes that I used to keep my kids from gorging themselves on crackers because 1 cracker is never enough. They want to eat 752 and then they don't end up eating any dinner or an actual meal after that. So put some dip on it, limit the amount they eat, and then they'll still actually eat dinner. Hopefully, because, you know, kids. Anyway, the 2 dips are going to be what I call just a sun-dried tomato goat cheese dip. The other is a cannellini bean dip. Cannellini is kind of the same thing as, I don't know, Great Northern beans or white kidney beans. Frankly, you could use any kind of bean. So, for these dips, you're going to use sun-dried tomato out of a jar, no biggie. You're not going to have to go dry your own tomatoes or anything like that. A log of 5 ounces of goat cheese. Just get a bowl. You're going to put in goat cheese, like that. I would use about a 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes, which is about $67 worth of sun-dried tomatoes because these puppies are so expensive, but it'll be worth it. I just used 1/3 of a jar there. Teeny tiny New York apartment, I just use a hand mixer. You got this? So this is actually one of the things that takes a little bit longer to blend because the goat cheese just gets gummed up. Add a little olive oil and maybe a little bit of water. There you go. Keep your kids from just gorging themselves on crackers, or have your neighbors over for a drink and some fancy sun-dried tomato and goat cheese. It's kind of the taste of the 90s. Those of you who were born in the 90s, you can ignore this part. But for the rest of us, I'm going to put this to the side for a minute. So now for the second recipe, grab one of your kids' plastic cups, pull out the half-drunk bottle of rosé from the night before, pour, and imbibe. You deserve it. Cannellini bean dip. Oh, I forgot to clean out this bowl. Hold on just a second. For this dip, that's going to be super helpful in getting your kids to eat more vegetables like carrots or cucumbers or celery, which I find repulsive, but you do you. You will want a can of cannellini beans. Garlic. I use minced garlic because ain't nobody got time to mince garlic on your own. This is so much easier. Just scoop it in, throw it in. Worcestershire sauce, pronounce it however you want to. White wine vinegar or champagne wine vinegar when you forgot to get white wine vinegar before recording this and you have champagne vinegar in the cupboard. It's good enough. First, open your beans. You need to rinse them in a colander to get that kind of jankety juice off of them. Colander. Then pop them into your bowl. Then scoop of garlic. See how easy that was? Ooh, that is strong. A teaspoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce. So here's a teaspoon and oops, I spilled a little more in to make it half. Easy enough. And same thing with the champagne vinegar. There we go. 1/4 cup of olive oil. That's a 1/4 cup. And then pull out that hand mixer, blend it up. Now, For that play date, you might want to slice up some carrots or cucumbers. These little Israeli cucumbers I find super helpful. The kids love them, despite being green. So, slice them up. I like to take some of the skin off because it makes them a little less tough, but slice them. Let's try this. Oh yeah. So I would say to my kids, you can have a snack, but you gotta have some dip on it. Same goes for the crackers. You can have some crackers, but every other cracker needs to have some dip on it. There's so much flavor in this, and it's gonna make your kids have a diverse palate, and they're gonna appreciate so much more about food. And if they talk with their mouths full, they might be making a video on YouTube. So, thank you for watching. If you've even watched this far, I hope you enjoy introducing flavors, a diversity for their palate of tastes and textures that's going to make them grow up to be foodies just like you. Cheers.